Hey everybody, it's Illini4life here, and this is episode 6 of the Illini4life Universe. And before I get started, I gotta explain this episode a little bit. Right now, this is me talking. This is Thursday. But later, when we're talking about the Bulls and the Bears, that's actually recorded from Tuesday. Me and Trent did that on Tuesday because he couldn't do it today. So that's all from Tuesday, and this is me today. So when we're talking about the Bulls, we won't include, the Hawks game, like, what happened, because we didn't know yet. So, that, just trying to clear that up. Alright, now we'll get to questions like we always do. First question is from St. Louis Cards, Rams, Tigers 94. This question is, what similarities to Mizzou's quarterback James Franklin and Illinois' quarterback Nathan Shieldhouse have in common in terms of playing style? It's a very good question. They're both primarily runners. Both play for average teams this year. That's all I can think of. And they're both pretty young and pretty important to their team. And both will probably lead them to great years soon. I think James Franklin is very good. Second question is from Viking Zone 18. His question is Ron Zook an alien? Yes. This one's from MookHouse002. His question, in all hashtags, is who do you think will win the Naismith that is not an Illinois player? That's a tough one. I think it could be someone from Illinois, unlikely because no one's putting up the eye-popping stats. So if it wasn't someone from Illinois, I would have to say it's probably going to end up being Sullinger. I don't know, he's just so important to his team, and he'll probably get it going during Big Ten play soon here. So that's who I think is going to win it. The next question is from Badgers Packers 12. His question is, why are you copying everything from the Viking Zone Network? I'm not. I'm just plain and simple not. Why do you guys think I'm copying you? We have similarities, but you're not the only one on YouTube that does a format like this. Not copying you. Just knock it off. Alright, that's it. Now we'll cut to our commentary from Tuesday. So, the Chicago Bulls, defending number 1 seed, the Eastern Conference, high expectations for this season, and they have not disappointed so far.
Go Bulls!
Yes.
Yeah, I agree. I know my prediction wasn't right. That was a very bold prediction, but I know we're going to be great, and we're going to get another 1 seed because we are just good.
Yeah, that first game on Christmas was incredible. I didn't get my 2 wins. I didn't get a win out of the Bears and the Bulls, but that comeback win was incredible.
It was. It just showed how much more clutch Derrick Rose is than Kobe. We all know Derrick Rose is up and coming, and Kobe is down and not the same as he used to be.
Yeah, he's getting old, and we all know that D. Rose is clutch. But what we didn't know was that Luol Deng was clutch. In that first game, when we were coming back, he hit 5 free throws, and he had 3 steals. And he blocked Kobe's game-winning attempt. He was so good in that game.
I kind of have a feeling Deng had the potential to be a very, very clutch player, but I didn't see him prove himself out there until then, and there was what I saw. That was clutch. That was amazing. I love him.
Me too. He was interesting because a couple years ago when he was still young, and he was great in the playoffs, and then the next year everyone had huge expectations for him, and then he didn't play well until last year. I think we're going to start seeing that clutch player that we saw in the playoffs regularly.
Yes, the thing with the Bulls is they have swag. Swag is a Bulls fan. Swag loves us. And swag is just, we are good. Yes.
Very good. We are 4-1. First game, of course, was the Lakers. Then the next day, we lost a disappointing game to the Warriors. But the Warriors could be good. You have them in the finals, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, so could be a rematch. I'm not.
Yeah, I was thinking that because I know what the Warriors are capable of. There you go. Well, you know.
Yeah, everyone says it's a bad loss, but it might not be. Might be a very tough loss, though.
Yeah, we just had an off game. We didn't bring our A game. I know we would have won if we would have brought our A game. But the thing is, you can't win all of them, even if you predict it.
Yep. Then the next game was against the Kings. We won that handily. Then the next game was against Los Angeles Clippers. We won that 114-101. They could be good, so that could be a good win.
Yeah, I agree.
Those were 4 straight road games. And then we finally had our first home game against Memphis. Wow.
Yeah, that just shows how good we are at home.
Yeah, that really showed me something. 40 points. And Memphis beat San Antonio in the playoffs last year without Rudy Gay. They're good. We beat them by 40 points.
They are not a bad team at all. And for us to beat up on a perfectly talented team like that shows that we're not even great. We are far better than great. We need to invent a new word for how good the Bulls are.
I agree with that. We will have to come up with that later.
Yeah.
And now the schedule looks like this afterwards, the next couple games. We have Atlanta at home tomorrow. That'll be on NBA TV, but I'll be in attendance. And then the next game is at Detroit. That is Wednesday. And then Friday at Orlando on ESPN.
I think we'll win all of them. I just think on paper we're definitely better, and on the court we are far better. That's all there is to it.
Yep, that's all there really is to it. Alright, I think that's it. We'll talk more about the Bulls later. I'm sure there'll be a lot to talk about. Now, we're going to talk about the Bears. Okay, so the Bears season is over. We are 8-8. We ended the losing streak. Since I've made a video, we played the Packers on Christmas Day, which we lost, and the Vikings yesterday, which we won. What did you think?
Well, I think that it's a good thing we ended our season with a good win over the Vikings, but the Packers game, we should have played better. We could have played better. It's all just a fluke, really. I mean, we ran all over the Packers, but the thing is, you can't win when you have a quarterback who his last name is McCown.
Yeah, McCown played all right, but his last name is McCown, so you can't be a winning football team.
Exactly. I mean, his brother, too.
It's just a known fact in the NFL. And, yeah, we played better than the Packers, but when you're down to your third-string quarterback who was coaching high school football this season, against the Packers, he's going to throw a pick or two, and they capitalized and we couldn't.
I know. I'm not dissing McCown here, but the thing is, the Bears could not find anybody better to replace the quarterback than McCown, who was coaching high school football. They couldn't find a single quarterback who was capable of replacing an injured player than a high school coach.
Yeah, I don't get that. I think the thing is, when we signed McCown, he didn't think he was going to start because we were going with Haney. So I guess we probably wouldn't have been able to sign a McNabb if we told him he was going to be a backup.
Yeah, you know what? Start Devin Hester. That's what we should have done. Just start him, run some Wildcat. He's bad. He went to the U. Why not?
I think they should have started Robbie Gould, but that's just me.
Yeah, maybe. If he can throw.
I'm sure he can. The Vikings game was pretty nice. It was in the Metrodome, so that's got to taste bad for their fans. And Peanut, Charles Tillman, he got a pick six. He's one of my favorite Bears players, and he actually did make the Pro Bowl. All my voting, it added up, and I'm not saying I got him into the Pro Bowl, but I might have helped.
You might have, because I remember you saying you voted for Tillman at least like 100 times.
I wanted him to go really, really bad, because he is one of the most underrated players in the NFL.
Yeah, I mean, you just went all out on that.
I mean, look at that intensity in the picture. That's a great cornerback. He is really, really good.
He's a very talented player, and when you're on the Bears and you play defense, the expectations are high. So to be able to perform like that, it's just phenomenal.
Yeah. Well, in the middle of the game, Urlacher got hurt. He's apparently okay. He'll be fine by next season because we're not in the playoffs. And this just has not been a great year for us. We were not destined to go to the playoffs when we lose Jay Cutler, Matt Forte, Urlacher. Everyone was going down.
Yeah, it was just a fluke. Fluke injuries happen sometimes, and the thing is, when you have injuries to such key players on the Bears, that is nearly impossible to overcome. It wasn't our fault. We would have probably won the North. I think we would have somehow beaten out the Packers to the North if we wouldn't have had those injuries.
Well, if we wouldn't have had those injuries, we would have been undefeated when we played the Packers. Packers would have lost to the Chiefs, then they would have lost to us, and then anything could have happened in the Lions game. So
they would have lost the Lions because they would have been on a 2-game losing streak and would have known what to do.
Yeah, they would have panicked. So the Bears to make the Pro Bowl. We've got Tillman, of course. Urlacher made it. Briggs made it. Forte made it. And
the injury, he still made it.
And Corey Graham made it for special teams. Corey Graham is a great player, too. When he started at cornerback, he had 90 tackles. And cornerbacks don't do that.
Yeah, that is something that a linebacker does. They're not a corner. The thing with the Bears is, well, our defense is just properly managed to do great things.
It is. So we've got something to look forward to next year. And also, it's kind of funny. In my last video, when we had our key players for the Packers game, I said Caleb Haney, and he didn't even play one snap. So it's kind of funny, but that's my bad.
Yeah, the thing is, I said major right, and I was major wrong.
Oh, you. So, going into the draft, we have the 19th pick. I predicted we'd have the 21st. I was wrong, but I was close. And I'm looking at a mock draft, and it says we should take center Peter Cones from Wisconsin.
I don't want to take a Wisconsin player. They just lost the Rose Bowl, so no.
Yeah, I just watched that, and they lost. And I don't know, he may be good. I personally think we should get a receiver like Michael Floyd.
Yeah. We already have one Wisconsin offensive lineman. We only need two.
And he hasn't even really played this year.
Mm-hmm.
He's been hurt.
Yeah, I think Michael Floyd out of Notre Dame, I like that a lot. He's a big receiver, and he'll be Jay Cutler's best friend.
He's just a playmaker. I mean, Notre Dame is my second favorite team, so I watch them. And I've been watching Floyd since his freshman year. He is so good. I don't even know how to describe how good he is. He's just a playmaker. If he can handle his off the field issues, he will be a great player in the NFL.
He's a big threat, a huge, dominant receiver. I love. I'm not a Notre Dame fan, but they have swag, and so does he. So I gotta admit, I really like the guy.
Yeah, would be a great pick, and it's not even unrealistic for us to get him. He's supposed to go in that range.
Yes, he is, because the thing is, he had off-the-field issues, but the Bears coaches know how to deal with that. They can definitely discipline him into being a mature, amazing receiver. I think better than Calvin Johnson.
That's pretty bold, but I think it's true. Lovie Smith, he knows how to mentor these young kids, and there's not too many thugs from the Bears. I mean, Sam Hurd, who could know? But other than that, he does a good job. If we don't take him, and we take the center, I think in the second or third round, we should take Jenkins from Illinois, because he's great.
Yes, one in the first even.
Yeah, I think he's first-round caliber. Hopefully, we can get someone else really good in the first round, so we can get two really talented players instead of just one.
Yeah, that would be great. I would love that as well.
So going into next season, Cutler should be back. Hopefully we re-sign Forte. Should be good.
I think we will.
And what I think the Bears need to do next season, this is what will be key to their season. I think they need to cut Roy Williams because he's awful. And they need to start Dane Sounsenbacher.
Yeah, I really liked him. I mean, he was pretty good at Ohio State. I don't like Ohio State, but they can produce some talented players. And when you pick him up like that, you better watch out because he's a good guy.
Yeah, he played a lot at the beginning of the season, and he did a pretty good job. And Roy Williams plays a lot now, and he does a really bad job, so I don't know what we're waiting on here. And he's just really good. He was good at Ohio State. He's a small little guy, undrafted. You know, he's got heart. So I think we need to play him a lot next year.
Yes, I think Jay Cutler and him should get along very well. I think the Bears are heading in a skyrocketing direction because if it weren't for the bad injuries this year, we would have been a force to be reckoned with, need I say less.
Yeah, at the beginning of the year, I was a little worried, especially when we were 2-3. But when we were 7-3, I thought for sure, like no doubt in my mind, we were going to win the Super Bowl. Just no doubt.
And we would have. The thing is, we would have. I have no doubt because the team we have is a mix of veterans and young players who know how to win games, and the combination and the gel, the chemistry that goes on between these two guys, between the team, I mean, it's just phenomenal, and I love this Bears team so much. I think we're going to win it all next year.
I do too. If everyone stays healthy, I think we should be the favorite. We won't be, but we should be.
We deserve it.
We do. I think that's it. Good luck to all the Bears in the Pro Bowl. What's your final word?
My final word has got to be swag. Swag it in Chicago sports. We all know it.
Okay, my final word is Jay Cutler owns YouTube. That's it. Have a good week, everyone. Illini4life signing off.